What's up, everybody? This is the Tech Preacher from Easy Computer Solutions. What's going on? It's Friday happy hour. Haven't done one of these in a long time. I want to, hit up a live stream so we can have a discussion. What's going on, man? I mean, look, I don't usually do live streams on the Friday, but man, I'm hyped up today. I just finished shooting the video, just finished doing the editing, and I said, you know what? Let me go and do this live stream and see what it's all about. What's up with everybody? How y'all doing out there? We're gonna talk about some things today. We had some live discussions. Wired Wednesday was pretty lit. I've been watching people live streams all week. Everybody been having a enjoyable time. Everybody been having fun live streaming, and y'all know how the Tech Preacher do it. What's up with y'all? See you, Timothy, in the building. Tech for you. What's up with you, tech loving mama? Okay, so how's the audio? Is the audio too loud? Give me an audio check. Let me know how the audio is so I can make my adjustments. I don't want the audio too blazing loud. I just want the audio just right. So let me know down in the comments below. Y'all let me know how y'all like the audio, and we're gonna roll with it. All right. So audio sounds good. Thank you very much. All right. So how is everybody doing today in this tech world? All my techies in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Sound good to me. Tech loving mama, what's going on? I gotta take a sip for tech loving mama. That's right. The gold standard. Yes, iOS 14 is off the chain. I would never think about like switching from Android to iPhone. Look, I got all the iPhones, right? I buy them every year. I use them one-off. I don't usually make videos about iPhones. You know, iPhone has been an iPhone. It's like it hasn't been like intriguing to me. But iOS 14 has brought something different to the table. And this is what we've been talking about for years. Apple need to bring something to the table. iOS 14, along with the iPhone 12, is bringing something to the table. And look, here's the crazy thing about this is that the iPhone 12 and iOS 14 is going to be built together from the ground up, hardware, software integration with all new features and everything in between. I think this year Apple go take it. I think this year Apple is going to take the crown. Now, don't get me wrong. Apple have always been the leading company out there, but we've always had this thing that, Apple was always one step behind Android. Like Android was always king supreme, right? And we're going to talk about it. I talked about it at on my Wednesday night stream, I believe, but I'll tell y'all guys again. Like my perfect smartphone, Apple can win me over. Apple can win me over if they do this with their smartphones. iOS 14, king supreme. I love the operating system, right? iPhone 12 Pro Max, right? Obviously, it looked like we're going to get 3 or 4 cameras on the back of that phone. Divvy up with Filmic Pro. That means that the iPhone camera is going to be king supreme in manual mode because they teamed up with Filmic Pro. So we got the cameras, and we know that iPhone's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So the design department going to be there. The iOS 14 going to be there. They're going to be best in class in cameras. The design is going to be perfect. Now, as far as the display going to be here and there. Obviously, it's going to be about a 1080p. I ain't tripping about that. Did y'all see how beautiful the LG V60 display is? If you didn't watch the video, right, I posted a video of a display test between the Galaxy Note 9, Galaxy Note 10, and the LG V60. But in the video, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, the display on the V60 is here for as a reference device. It's not here to compete. I just put it in the video as a reference. And it's a 1080p going against 1440p. And we all assume that, you know, Samsung displays is king supreme. And a lot of people have been kind of dispute that as of late, saying that maybe Samsung displays is not king supreme anymore. Maybe their displays is not king supreme anymore. So as I watch, and I went back and watched my own video, right? And I went back and watched my own video, and I'm looking at that V60 display. Oh, bruh. Look, you have to admit, if you didn't watch the display test, all right, go and watch the display test. And the thing about what I like about that display test, it forces the device at 50%, right? As far as brightness. Now, people come debate with me about you got to have a machine, a gun calibration, and you got to have this. Man, look, people always try to make excuses, bro. This is the tech preacher. Don't make excuses on my platform. If it's good, it's good, bro. You got to give credit where credit is due. All right. So, all right. And I'm gonna get back to the iPhone. So when I made the video, and I'm going through the display tester, and I'm looking at the LG V60, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, ooh, this display is fire. Man, I said in the video, I'm like, the LG V60 display is better than the Galaxy Note 10. I'm like, I didn't say better than the Galaxy Note 10. I said, this display is really good. I say the LG V60 display right now is looking really good. And I was looking at like the LG V60, and you know, people hate on the LG V60, like they hate on LG. I see people make videos about, you know, the reason why they don't make videos about LG phones is because they don't market themselves. I don't want to hear all that. If it's good, it's good. Don't matter to me. But when I'm looking at the LG V60, and look, go back and look at my LG G8 videos when I put that against the Galaxy Note 10, right? And a lot of people were saying that the LG G8 display was better than the Galaxy Note 10. A lot of people was hitting that comment saying, well, damn, easy. All that display on the LG G8 looking good. And then I'm doing it with the V60, and like the V60 display, like, man, I'm like, ooh, bruh. So, all right, let me get back to Apple. We're gonna talk about the LG V60. We're gonna talk about the LG V60. All right. So let's talk about my perfect smartphone. All right. Perfect smartphone right now is iOS 14 operating system. Right. I like the Galaxy Note design. So the design, but that iPhones, the devices are perfect. They look good. So they are premium devices. Now the displays, it could be a 1080p display. I ain't tripping. See, once people see 1080p display, they're like, nah, player. If it ain't 1440p, it ain't nothing. But the LG V60 just smacked the crap out of the Galaxy Note display, right? So with that 1080p, just beat the Galaxy Note 1080p. All right, so we go get that out the way. All right, so let's check this out. If Samsung do one thing, no, Samsung got to do, Apple got to do two things, and they can win me over, and I will be a diehard Apple fan forever. Name two things in the comments what Apple could do to win me over. Two things, two small things that Apple could do that can win me over. And one thing that they can do, but one thing that they probably will not do, right? Name two things in the comments that will win me over, that will win me over from Android to iOS. That's what I'm talking about right here. Let me put your comment up. All right. S Pen and Dex. But I'm going to tell you, check this out, right? We already got the S Pen covered. This right here, you could use this on any device. So we got the S Pen covered. It's Dex. And a lot of people say, well, that's what you need an iPad for. No, man, you don't understand. You don't understand. And Apple have to go from Lightning to USB-C as a standard. If they had USB Type-C to HDMI plug up to a television with HDMI, Bluetooth keyboard and mouse with some type of DeX software that's more like a Chromebook or maybe a light version of Mac OS, I'm there. The two things that's keeping me in the Galaxy Note ecosystem is the S Pen and DeX. Look, man, let's be honest with you. You got phones out there that's beautiful. So we ain't want, look, as far as beauty, Samsung, I mean, they got beautiful devices, but they got beautiful devices out there. So when it comes down to the design, you could get a phone with a beautiful design. The screens, it all depends on your flavor, baby. The screens could be, look, you could have a beautiful display at 1080p. All right, so let's get that out. The cameras on Samsung devices have not been the best, in my opinion. The cameras on Samsung phones ain't winning, baby. Look, man, let's call it how we see it. The cameras on Samsung phones is not winning. So I am not impressed of the oversaturation, the making the reds look like something like it's paint. And it's not natural. Samsung cameras are not natural. So in the camera department, it's not for me. Like the crazy thing about it, if you use pro mode is not as good as on the V60. All right. So the V60 got pro mode down packed. The Samsung devices on the cameras has been disappointing me. It's not there. All right. So let's make sure we understand that. And then with the debacle with Filmic Pro, when I used to use Filmic Pro on Galaxy phones, it was King Supreme. I could shoot in flat profile and color graded. So every time I was using Galaxy phones, I'm using flat profiles when I'm doing like my videos or something. When I'm filming with a Galaxy phone, I'm using an all flat profile and color graded. Guess what? We got problems with Filmic Pro. Apple then bought Filmic Pro. Well, not technically bought them, but Filmic Pro is on Apple side now. So I made a video about Filmic Pro. It's terrible on Android. So guess what? No Filmic Pro, no flat profile, no log support, nothing that you got to go by the native camera app, and it's trash. So at this point, we got to look at something different, man. We got to look at something different, man. You know, look, here's the thing. I'm saying that the Galaxy cameras are good, but they ain't King Supreme like they used to be. Like, man, let me tell you something. You go way back to the Galaxy Note 7, Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, Galaxy Note 5, Galaxy Note 7. No, not the Note 7, that's the Fireball. Galaxy S7, S7 Edge, Galaxy S8 was the turnaround for me. Galaxy S8, when they got the focus hunting, that was the turnaround for me. Galaxy S9, you know, they fixed the focus hunting, but we still had issues. They oversaturated the hell out the cameras. I mean, look, people loved it. Look, you take a photo or you take a video of the sky. With the natural eye, it looks cloudy. You're looking at it, right? But when you're looking at the Galaxy phone, it's making it blue. That's not real. If I'm taking a video of the grass, I'm looking at the grass got brown patches on it. But what the Galaxy phones are doing is it's so oversaturating the grass, it's making it fake. So I'm looking at the grass, I'm like, the grass don't look like that. The grass don't look like that. So I'm saying that, like, Samsung need to tone it down a little bit. Just tone it down a little bit. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, when you talk about best-in-class cameras, you got best-in-class this or best-in-class that. You have to tone it down a little bit. You know, kill some of that saturation. Give us a little more natural colors. What happened is a lot of people love oversaturated, contrasty colors. So what people believe that when they look at a Samsung phone, when they take a photo, you see how beautiful that sky is. It got that blue, that red look like liquid and all that stuff. It's not natural though. Like, I don't mind taking photos and it look like that if I wanted to look like that. I ain't tripping. But when you look at it with the naked eye, it's fake. It don't look like that. Like, it don't look like that. So when you looking at, you know, how Apple teaming up with Filmic Pro and Apple starting to do things with the camera arrays, you have to think, ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We have to see. I don't look, man. After the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra debacle, I'm not there with Samsung cameras anymore. Like Samsung kind of lost me a little bit with the cameras right now. You cannot say that Samsung cameras are the bomb diggity. They're not. They're not the best right now. You got Kimmy in the building. Kimmy in the building say, you have Huawei phones out there that's killing the game. Like you got Huawei phones out there killing the game. You have Pixels out there with their still footage is killing the game. I mean, so when you got Huawei with video, Pixels with photos, where do Samsung come in at? Like, where do Samsung come in at this point? Like, you got Pixel 3As out there that's killing Samsung when it come down to photos, So where's Samsung at in this here, man? That's what I'm saying. Like, Samsung letting Google, for Christ's sakes, with the Pixels beat them in photos. That's unreal. Like, how could Samsung let Google with their Pixel lineup beat them in photos, bro? That's like unreal. You see what I'm saying? It's unreal. Let me get into y'all guys' comments. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. iPhone is decent, but even the small Sony sensors beat out in video. iPhone is good for portability for video, but I'm ready to go GoPro. We're going to talk about DSLR versus mirrorless cameras. We're going to talk about it. Look, so first part of the video that I put in the comments, the best smartphones versus the worst smartphones in 2020, mid 2020. I got my picks. I want y'all guys to let me know what right now. And look, here's the thing. A lot of people got their own smartphones. Some people bought smartphones and didn't like it. They returned them. Let me know down in the comments. As far as 6 months in right now, what is the best smartphone in your opinion? What's the best smartphone right now, 6 months in 2020, people? We're not talking about 2019, and we ain't talking about 2018. We talk about 2020. We've had a buku phones that came out already in 2020. And we could put overseas phones in there. We could say Huawei. We could say all these other phones. It's 6 months in right now. What is the best phone right now? All right. There we go. iPhone. All right. S20, S20 Plus. All right. Okay. S20, because look, the S20, S20 Plus is great devices. I made videos about it. Very good phones. I wasn't a fan of the Ultra. Obviously, I talk about that, but the S20, S20 Plus was great phones. Let's see. So you're saying 11 Pro Max, iOS 14. All right, I see what you're doing. All right, so 11 Pro Max for iOS 14. All right, I will put that in there. All right, cool. All right, I'm with you on that one. All right, S20 Ultra. Well, I mean, I know you're a Samsung fan. I see what you said. I asked the question with the best cell phone. You say the Ultra. You say the Ultra. Okay. All right. Make sure you use the phone before picking the phone. Well, here's the thing, Tech for You Needs. Most people have got phones, but most people, didn't probably win so well as touch the phone, or maybe they have, had the phone for a few days or something like that. I don't know. Just let me know. He says it's not the Ultra. Note 10 Plus. So here's the thing. The Note 10 Plus is a 2019 device. So you would have to probably wait till the Note 20. But we talk about 6 months in of 2020. Look, I would agree with you that The Note 20, the Note 10 Plus is a fantastic phone, but Andy, here's my debacle. All right, look, I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna be real with you. Hold on, let me see. Let me get a couple of phones here. Where is that? Where is that? My Note. All right, so let's check this out. Right, check this out. You see these two phones right here? This is Galaxy Note 9s. I got like 3, 4 of them. Right. This is the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I got the Galaxy Note 10 too. It's around here somewhere. I don't use the Galaxy Note 10. I use the phone for a couple of days and I don't use it no more. Look, man, in my humble opinion, the Galaxy Note 9 is a fire, bro. You got a headphone jack. It had Pro mode, but it's getting One UI 2.1, so it's going to get Pro mode back. The display is absolutely gorgeous on it. Well, you know, it all depends on the eye of the beholder, right? Because the V60, in my opinion, display is a little better. But the Galaxy Note 9, baby, whoo, man, I've been so impressed with the Galaxy Note 9. Man, don't get me wrong, man. And I made a video about DeX in the Galaxy Note 9, and it is a fantastic device. I know a lot of people have been hitting me up about the yellow tint and the display issues. That's why I keep making videos about it. I keep on making videos about the Galaxy Note 9. It's because the 4 Galaxy Note 9s that I have, I don't have display issues. But everybody been hitting me up and DMing me, telling me that they Galaxy Note 9s got display problems. They got yellow tint issues. Something going on with the Galaxy Note 9s. Every time when they did the update, all of a sudden their displays is bad. If you go to forums, they talk about how the Galaxy Note 9 displays is all of a sudden going bad. They get quick burn-ins and stuff like that. I'm not experiencing that with my Galaxy Note 9s, but this is why I keep making videos about the Galaxy Note 9. It's because I'm getting a slew of people requesting updates about my Galaxy Note 9s to see if Samsung fixed some of the yellow tint issues with the Galaxy Note 9. Look, the Galaxy Note 9 is people's favorite device. A lot of people did not upgrade to the Galaxy Note 10 because they felt with the price increase, losing a headphone jack, it wasn't worth it. So a lot of people held on to the Galaxy Note 9s. So why people held on to the Galaxy Note 9? Because they felt that the Galaxy Note 10 was not worth it. And if you roll with your Galaxy Note 9 as fast and as fluid and the S Pen and DeX and everything in between, I understand. I pick up my Galaxy Note 9 and it feels like a Galaxy. It's fast. It's like you running a 855. It's like you're running an 855. It's look, the phone is fantastic overall, but people are having so many issues with their Galaxy Note 9s. But yeah, I agree with you, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm still rocking with my Galaxy Note 10. I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. Let me turn on my fan. Hold on. Yeah, I feel y'all. I mean, look, I feel y'all. I got to turn. It's hot. It's hot. Welcome to happy hour, but I turn on some fans. Woo. Let's see. Galaxy Note 9 equals Galaxy Note 10 Lite, more cameras, punch hole, display, One UI 2.1. All right. All right. I got to shoot the intro of this video, but I'm basically done with another one. Okay. Oh, she look at Gigi out there doing her thing, baby. That's what I'm talking about, doing her thing. Woo! I will pick the V60 for Android. For sure. So, in my opinion, all right, when we talk about, in my opinion, the best phone of 2020 so far, and this is crazy, right? And a lot of tech reviewers right now, especially the middle tech reviewers, we all calling that the LG V60 is a fantastic phone. So far, in 2020, the LG V60 is king supreme, without a doubt. It's not even a question at this point. Like, it's not even a question that the V60 is king supreme of 2020 right now. It domestically, not imports. I haven't reviewed no Huawei phones. I'm talking domestically. So I know a lot of y'all guys might hit me in the comments and say, well, easy. Hey, Huawei phones is king supreme. I'm with you on that one, people. I just haven't I haven't reviewed any. My last Huawei phone was the Mate 9 or the Mate 10. That was my last import. And you know, domestically, right now, for me, domestically. Now, let's change it up a little bit. What's the worst phone of 2020 right now, in y'all opinion? What's the worst phone of 2020 right now? So we already heard that iPhone, Galaxies, V60 is the best phones. What's the worst phone of 2020 right now? All right. The worst phone of 2020. Ooh, okay, here we go. Stylo 6. All right. iPhone SE. So we talk about the iPhone SE 2. Okay. Somebody else say iPhone SE. Let's see. Somebody say the S20 Ultra. I'm almost with you on that one. What's the worst phone of 2020 right now? Somebody say the Stylo 6. Somebody say the Ultra because of the price. Oh, Samsung up there. Think about it. How could Samsung go from king supreme being everybody's phone of the year? Look, here's the thing. The Galaxy, this is what I have. This is my problem. The Galaxy S10s, all of them, was best in class. Think about this, how 1 year make a difference. Where's my Galaxy S10? Right here. Galaxy S10 was the best in class. No, I mean, you don't hear nothing. Nobody talk bad about the Galaxy S10, but everybody talk bad about the Galaxy S20s. Well, not everybody, but you look, the Galaxy S10s was king supreme. I'm talking about fantastic devices. But when it comes down to the Galaxy S20s, people got reservations for it. So what's the worst devices of 2020, 6 months in? Check for your needs. Say people keep saying the LG Stylo 6. But you know what? Here's the thing. And I'm about to tell y'all guys the worst phone for me in 2020 right now. And I would let me see. I would agree with you. The worst phone that I reviewed. This was a painful review. Think about it. This is the phone of the year, and this is the worst phone of 2020. How could that happen? How LG like missed the ball, right? This is the best phone of 2020, the LG V60. The LG Stylo 6 is the worst phone that I reviewed in years. This phone is terrible. And it looks so good. You know, think about it. You pick up the LG Stylo 6, right? It's a beautiful, gorgeous device. You got a headphone jack, dual speakers, 1080p display. You got all these cameras in the back. You be like, damn, this phone gotta be good. People might say, gotta be good, right? Until you turn it on. Until you open up the camera app. You got all these cameras in the back, and all of them bad. And you look at the camera in the front, that's unusable. The phone is beautiful until you turn it on. And that's when it goes from here to there. It's downhill from there. Everything about this device is wrong. Everything about this phone is wrong. From the chipset to the optimization of the software, to the cameras, to the speed of the device, to the stylus and the lagginess with the stylus software. It's like this phone, the V60 is the phone of the year, and this phone is the worst phone. It was, I'm gonna tell you this much. I made a video about my frustration with this phone. I deleted the video. The video, I didn't even put it on my members page. And the reason why is because maybe I need to wait until LG sends some updates and it might fix it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's painful to review a phone when you know that it's a possibility that it will get software updates to fix and tweak some of the annoying issues with that device. So that's why, look, man, I turned on the camera and I'm ranting and raging about my frustration with the LG Stylo 6. And when I looked at the footage, I can't post it. It's literally frustrating for me. So I was like, you know what? Let me give LG the benefit of the doubt. Let's wait for some updates. Let's wait a few months. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do a recap video on it. And maybe once the updates fixed, the cameras will get fixed, the performance will get fixed. It will be a new phone after that. All right. What's the worst phone of 2020? That's what we on right now. Yeah, it's the man. Yeah. Look, it is so funny. It's so funny. Where is my LG Stylo? I'm not the LG Stylo. The Motorola Stylo is miles ahead of the look. These two phones. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, it's not it. Oh, here we go. So these two phones, I'd have lost the phone already. I don't know what I did with it. Nope. Oh, here we go. So these two phones are like night and day. It's beauty in the booty on both of them. But this phone outperforms this phone. Look, the Moto G Stylus is a phone that performs very well. The Stylus, it don't have no software for the Stylus, but the performance, the cameras, the body style, you got the Moto stuff going on. You got the twist, and look how fast it is. Oh my God, it's like this phone is fast, right? So you click on it, boom, look how, man, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on. And look, the fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanner. Hold on, let's see. Ooh, come on, man. Let me stop. Let's get this. All right, so let me get back into your comment, dog. The phone is bad, man. Yeah. Yo. I got too many phones all day. I literally got, I want to say 50 phones sitting right here. I got at least 50 phones sitting right here. I ain't kidding you, man. I got hey, look, I got the OnePlus 6T, baby. Woo. I got the OnePlus 6T sitting right here, man. I've been using this phone for like a day or two. Man, this phone is good, man. God, you can get this phone for like $200 running Android 10. This phone smokes. All these mid-tier phones, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm like, look, in the mid-tier game, you got to bring the thunder. You can't come out with no low-end MediaTek processor with 2 and 3 gigs of RAM when you got OnePlus devices sitting out there with Android 10 with 8 gigs of RAM and 845 processors that's smoking the mid-tier game. Think about it. For $200, you can get this phone. I would recommend this phone than any one of these mid-tier phones. And this phone was 3 years old. Come on, people. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, that's why the mid-tier game got to be better. The mid-tier game got to be better because you could all look. You could get a Galaxy S10e for like $200-300. Galaxy S10e, and ain't no way in the world I will recommend an LG Stylo at $300 where you could get a Galaxy S10 with an 855, 8 gigs of RAM in it. It's blowing that phone out of the water. Why would I spend $300 on a brand new mid-tier phone in 2020 with low-end specifications where you could get last year flagships, baby. Last year flagships. You get last year flagships. And that's the problem with the mid-tier market. The mid-tier market is because of last year flagships with King Supreme specs and King Supreme displays, King Supreme cameras. Why would you spend $350, $450, $500 on a mid-tier device where you could get a Galaxy S10, you could get a LG V50, a LG V40, you could get all kinds of devices from last year that was top of the line, best in class. You could get the OnePlus 7 Pro for like $499. It's no way I would buy no mid-tier market devices unless they bring in better specifications and do better with their devices. That's the point. It's no longer the case that we go come out with a phone with a 400 series processor with 2 gigs of RAM, even though it's running Android 10, and we go sell it for $399 and think that, oh, it's gonna be good. Come on, people. Let me get to your comments. Yeah, I agree. Hey. Ooh, bruh. Look, Alec, I seen you got that McLaren edition. And the first thing I did was I went on the T-Mobile website and I'm like, I'm about to get that. For $600, bruh? Bruh, I'm about to get that, dog. That McLaren edition? Man, look, that's why I passed on the OnePlus 8. Because the OnePlus 7T McLaren edition is cheap. Man, bruh. That's what I'm talking about, like the McLaren edition. $600. Why buy a OnePlus 8? And you go get a McLaren edition, that's exclusive edition device for $600? Come on, bro. Let's see. Let me get to y'all guys' comments. TCL phones are nice. Yeah, they're nice. Everybody that reviewed the TCL phones said that they enjoy their devices. No, we about to talk about DSLR. Yeah, we about to talk about it. Let's see. Tech is slow going right now. I can't justify too many purchases for flagships with the LG G8 out there. Woo, Nelly. Look, let me tell you something. I'm about to show you something. See, I'm about to show you something right now. Let me move your comment for a second. Let me see. You see this phone right here? That phone right there was good. But this one right here is even better, baby. Ooh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the LG G8. And this is the LG G6, man. This is a beautiful son of a gun. Man, it's from phones. This is what I'm talking about right here, right? You got look, you can get an LG G6 for about $50, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen this phone for like less than $100, bro. I'm like, bro, I see the phone on swapping for like $100. I'm like, man, I'm thinking about grabbing me about 2-3 of them just to get me a different color. Yeah, best in class cameras, pro mode, a beautiful design, right? Yeah, I got the 820. I ain't tripping. It ain't gonna be this. Look, it'll outdo the Stylo 6. This will perform better than the Stylo 6. Think about it. 3 years old, 4 years old, right? 3 years old, 4 years old, whatever. This phone where the 820 will outperform the LG Stylo 6. And you can get this phone for $50. That's what I'm talking about, G. Yeah. All right, let's talk about it. See, man, look, let me tell you something, bro. You talk about mirrorless cameras, man. Every camera that I own, well, I ain't gonna say every camera. I got the M50. All right, so I got the M50. I have the Canon 80D. I have the SL3. I got the 90D. The 90D is my new camera. I was looking at the EOS R. I know you pick up the RP. RP right now is $9.99 with the lens, and it is coming, and it's coming with that RF lens, which is the 24 to 70 lens, bruh. They say the RF lens, the kit lens that's coming with the RP is King Supreme. Now the EOS R with the lens, the RF lens, bruh, it's like you can get it for like $1,400, $1,500. So, but I was waiting. So I was waiting on, let me get your comment out the way. So what I was waiting on before I pull the trigger on the EOS RP or the EOS R, before I was waiting to see what the Canon EOS R5 and the R6. So Canon's supposed to make an announcement on that those cameras supposed to get released next month. Now, if you go to Canon website, they already got the specs on the EOS R5, okay? But I'm intrigued of the EOS R6 because the EOS R6 is going to be around $2,500. You're gonna probably get the kit lens with it, with the RF lens. The only reason why I might pass on the EOS R5, I'm not shooting 8K, but the EOS R6 is going to have 4K 60. Huge codecs, nice codecs, huge bit rates, and everything in between with the RF system. So we talk about DSLR and mirrorless. Look like the industry is forcing the mirrorless concept, but I like DSLRs. Like I said, the 80D and the 90D is good cameras. Look, this is the 90D. I'm on the 90D right now. I'm using the M50 and the SL3 and the 80D, that's my back camera, right? So all those cameras do good, but I don't know if mirrorless, and it look like they forcing the market for mirrorless. Y'all let me know. Y'all think that the mirrorless is taking over what DSLRs are. Look, a lot of people say, well, DSLR is old and clunky, they big, they heavy. Mirrorless is small, they tiny, they light. But when you look at a mirror, like on my M50, right? It's a small camera, but when I put a big old lens on it, it looks like it's crazy looking once you put a big lens on the M50, right? So the M50 is not. Oh yeah. Look, yes sir. Yeah. So yeah. Just say no to the media. Right. So, but I don't know what y'all guys think. I look, Jay Will just did his live stream and he talked about Sony, the CV1, the ZV1. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm very intrigued about that camera. It's a camera that I want to pick up. I'm just like on this, like, okay, everything that I own is Canon. Now, don't get me wrong, the lenses that I have is all Sigma lenses, which you can adapt, no big deal. All the cameras that I have is Canon cameras. Like I said, SL3, M50, 80D, 90D, and I'm thinking about picking up the R5 or R6. It'll be 5 Canon cameras. I don't know if I want to mix up a Sony camera in the middle of having all these Canon cameras, especially when I know the menu system of Canon. And if I get the ZV1 and I like it, then I'm gonna run into another problem. So if I get that camera, because Jay will say, hey bro, you gotta try it out. That's my problem. My problem is if I try the camera out and I like it, and if I wanted to switch my whole Canon system of what $10,000, $15,000 worth of equipment that I got sitting in here, right? I would have to sell all this off and go Sony. But here's the problem with Sony. Sony camera bodies is all right, no big deal. But the Sony camera lenses, which again you can adapt, I can adapt the Sigma lens to the Sony mount. I don't know, but I want to get like, I want to get the M mount lenses and stuff like that. Man, look, the G Master lens is expensive, bro. That's my problem. Like, if I sell $15,000 worth of camera gear and I might get $7,000 for it, I'm gonna spend $20,000 on Sony gear. That's my debacle. The turnaround of me trying to re-up and buying camera bodies and buying new lenses, you're looking at $20,000. So I had to have it in my mind that that's one of the reasons why I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Like you got to feel my pain, man. Like I'm looking at the CV1, $750, no big deal, right? Grab the camera and put it on, and I love the way that product stuff that you do that and it focus and all that. I love that. That's one of the biggest reasons why I want to get. But I'm talking about like when I'm color grading, when I'm editing my videos and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking like, man, I don't want me to be like one shot of me is one color, then another shot of me will be in a different color because I'm using two different color sciences. I'm using Canon camera for this B-roll, then I might use a Canon camera. I might use a Sony camera for that B-roll. I'm just saying, like, that's the only reason why I don't want to switch. I'm so knee deep in the Canon ecosystem. That I don't. There are two different color signs going on, and then if I get the EOS R5 with log and all, oh man, it's difficult. Look, I've had Sony cameras in my cart so many times for me to pull the trigger on it, and I just didn't do it. It's just I can't. I'm like, I can't do it, man. I'm so like right there because if I'm gonna do, and look, shout out to Technical T, he got the Sony A7 III, and then he went and bought the other camera, and that's two different type of scenarios. I don't know. I would have to. I just have to see. It's tough, man. It's tough. What y'all guys thoughts about mirrorless cameras? Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. I was an advocate of filming with a smartphone. I was a huge advocate. I was a huge advocate of filming with a smartphone. But right now, I can't film on a smartphone. Like, if I wanted to film a video, I can't do it on the smartphone. The quality of a smartphone and the DSLR, the mirrorless camera, is like night and day. It's like, even when I take photos, I could take photos with my M50. If I put the Sigma 18 to 35 1.8 aperture on that sucker, the photo's gonna be king supreme. I can't take a photo with my smartphone. Like, it's like once you get into the camera ecosystem, it's very difficult to look at a smartphone. And I could look. I got to confess, I can't believe I shot with smartphones so many years. I was in my. A lot of people used to always tell me, "Easy, bro, you gotta stop shooting with smartphone. We can tell the difference." I'm like, nah, player. I'm using Filmic Pro. I'm shooting in log. I'm color grading. And like, man, it don't matter. Easy. We know the difference between a smartphone and the DSLR. It looks totally. It's like night and day. Y'all let me know down in the comments. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all let me know. What up? What up? What up, Vulcan? We got Big V in the building. I saw your video. Man, you killing the game right now, man, with the older devices. Look, you picked up a phone that I was about to pick up. And I saw your video on it, man. Shout out to you. You're doing your thing, man. Yeah, G Master lenses are expensive, man. And that's my problem. Like, first of all, if I go into the Sony ecosystem, I need 3 cameras. I'm just telling you right now, because right now I got 4 Canon cameras. And so if I go into the Sony ecosystem, I need 3 camera bodies. All right. Then after the 3 camera bodies, I'm going all G Master lens. So, bruh, you do the math. Like, you know, man, if I get the Sony SL3s or wait for the new Sony camera come out, man, I'm thinking like 20, 25, 3Gs. Like, you know what I'm saying? As look, the Sony A7 IIIs go cost you almost 3,000. Then you get the G Master, you looking at what, $4,000. I need 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? I need three of them. And then they got the Sony A9s out there. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at how, for me, I'm in a debacle. If I go into Sony ecosystem, I need 3 of each. I need 3 G Masters. I need 3 camera bodies. Am I willing to go down that rabbit hole? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole. Y'all let me know. 99% of the viewers don't know the difference. I don't know, man. A lot of people been saying the quality, bro. I don't know. People do notice the difference, bro, between a smartphone and shooting with it. Look, you watch MKBHD shooting on the RAID camera, and you watch somebody shoot on the smartphone. You can't sit up here and tell me that it ain't the difference. You look at like my videos, I'm shooting with DSLR versus go back and look 2 years ago at how I used to shoot on a smartphone. Bro, I promise you, the quality was like night and day. The quality is like night and day. I mean, it's like the quality is night and day. The viewers know quality when they see it. The quality is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got that Sigma coming in? Oh, woo, you got that 16 mil coming in. Woo, bruh. I know that 16 mil. Look, I was about to get that 16 millimeter for my M50. The 16 millimeter. Look, Sigma got the 16 millimeter for $399. So I was about to snatch one because they got the 16 millimeter. They got the 35 millimeter 1.0. The Sigma lens for the Canon M50 is 16 millimeter at 1.4 aperture. Oh, you talk about bokeh. Background blurred out. You can't see nothing in the background but the subject. Look, that y'all got to admit, ain't no smartphone doing that, player. Look, you put a Sigma lens, 16 millimeter, 1.4 aperture on a camera, and you look, I've done this already. I got a video about it. I put the M50 against the Galaxy Note, and it was night and day. The Galaxy Note looked like trash compared to the M50. M50 is a $400 camera, but I put the Sigma 18-35 at 1.8 on it. Man, that lens could kill a smartphone. Bruh, that bokeh. You want that bokeh? Look, and I got variable aperture. So if I'm outside shooting, bruh, if you go outside shooting, go get your variable aperture, the ND filter, a variable ND filter. Put a variable, bro. I got all variable ND filters. So when I'm shooting outside, I can have them wide open. Put that variable ND filter, close it down a little bit, and shoot wide open. You got blur. You can't even see the background. Yeah, need that bokeh. Yeah, it's a difference. It is a difference. Absolutely a difference. Let me see y'all guys comment. I watched my 2 last videos. They were shot on a smartphone, but my other videos were shot on a 6400 the kit lens. It's a huge difference. And the crazy thing about it is if you take that kit lens and you get a Sigma 1.8 aperture, 1.4 aperture, 16 mil or 35 mil, or you get the 18-35 Sigma lens 1.8, you go see a 3 times difference in quality just by changing the lens. Woo! Oh, thank you, Mikey. Smartphones be pixel bending versus DSLRs. Yeah. They say we're gonna put a 500 megapixel camera on a smartphone. and you got DSLR with 24 megapixel cameras on it. And you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Thank you very much for the my credit is messed up. Negative 480 dizzles. 480 dizzles. Yeah, bruh. Sorry about that, bruh. Yeah, pick up the nifty 50. Look, let me pick up the nifty 50. Look, here's my M50 with the nifty 50 with the speed booster on it. My M50 is a full frame camera right now because I put the speed booster on there and I got the nifty 50. Now I can be close. Think about it. You can't be close with a 50 millimeter. I'm close with a 50 millimeter because I got it wide open and I have the speed booster that turns the M50 into a full frame. So my M50, look, when you see the side shots of me or you see the table shots, that's all shot with the M50. 50 millimeter. That's it. Look, and then when you put the speed booster on there, it goes from a 1.8 to a 1.2 aperture. Bro, that's why you see shit so blurred out. Yes, sir. Oh, it's 1.4. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. The Sigma 16 is 1.4s. Bruh, when you get that 16 millimeter, you put that adapter on it because you got that the RP. You might want to go on Amazon and get that KNF. Yeah, it's called KNF ND filters, a veritable ND filter, like $20. Go outside at the park and take some video of plants and like dogs and cats and birds and open that sucker out to 1.4. And you go see some amazing video. You go see some amazing video, take some photos, have that sucker wide open and take some photos. Bruh, you gonna see some amazing photos, but that bokeh background gonna be blurred out. Now, if you go take a landscape shot, you know, go up to about 5 aperture on it. You don't want have it wide open when you want to do a landscape shot. Put it at about 5 or 6. You good. But when you want to get that subject in there, and you want to get everything else blurred out, I open the suckers up wide open, Playboy. Wide open. Let's see. But somebody say something. Let me see. I was at a wedding yesterday, shot with my EOS RP kit lens. But yeah, but the thing about it is the kit lens on the RP and the R, that 24 to 105 is gangster. What is like F4? You could get some good bokeh out of F4, but once you put that 16 millimeter on there, game over. All you need is 2 lenses. You got the lens right there. Look, 105, bro, that right there, you 24 to 105, you good. That's why I'm on the fence. Look, here's the thing. The money burning out of my pocket, like I got to buy a camera. Like I got to buy me a camera. So I'm waiting on the R6. If I'm not liking the way the R6 is, we hearing that the price of the EOS R is going to probably drop about $150 when they announce the R6 and the R5. If the EOS R drop another $150, I'm instantly pulling the trigger on it, and I'm going to pass on the R5 and the R6. I'm going to pass on it because I'm going to get the EOS R. Look, I want to get the RP so bad, but I want to wait because I really want the EOS R. But I want to wait because I'm not, like I say, it don't make no sense to pay $1,700 or $2,000 for EOS R right now when it's going to probably hit a nice little price drop because the RP just dropped. So they're saying the EOS R go drop. If the EOS R drop about $150 to $200, that's an instant sale. It's people go buy them out. That's what I'm saying. The EOS R go be a good buy for a full frame at about $1,400 to $1,500. So that's gonna be a good buy. Let's see. Somebody said, yeah, the ZV-1 has a built-in ND filter. Right. So I know some people was talking about it. I know Jay got it. But when you're shooting outside, man, you got to have an ND filter, man. That's why that's the first thing I did when I was having problems outside, because you want to keep your shutter speed and your aperture low. And since you really want to, like, you want to use the 180 rule, right? So you get the blur and all that, so you can look natural. Because one thing that a lot of people do, if they open up their cameras wide open, they shutter speed, the shutter speed got to go to 2,000 and it's too high. Or because your aperture, your shutter speed, your aperture, it go be, so that's what you need your ND filters for, bro. ND filters not expensive. No, G. I'm telling you, I got all KNFs. I got them from Amazon for like $20. They variable ND filters where you can change the darkness and you can make them light. You can change them. So if you're in the bright sunlight, you put the ND filter on, you change it to keep your shutter speed low. Oh, you good? Yeah, get it ND. If you're gonna shoot outside, now if you're in a room like this, I'm shooting 1080p shutter speed at 1/60. And my aperture is 3.5. Right? I don't want to blur out the background. See, I used to have my aperture wide open, and I used to blur out the background, and I wanted my background to be in focus. So that's why I take my aperture and I put it up to about 3.5. Because I was making videos, and I'm noticing, man, I'm blurring out the background. I don't want the background, not in the studio, blurred out. So I up my aperture up a little bit. I'm using the 16-50 kit lens for Sony. My 16 millimeter 1.4 coming tomorrow. Do you have the 35 millimeter? I'm telling you, they're like 35 millimeter. Like right now, I got the Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter on my 90D, and right now I'm at about 24 millimeters. This is 24 millimeters right now, and I can touch. See, I can touch my 90D, and I'm at 24 millimeters. So this is pretty wide, right? But I could go to 18 and I could get wider. So 18 millimeters on the crop sensor camera, it's not bad, man. Now, if I had the EOS R, obviously it's gonna be wide. There, look, I can have the camera like right here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. ND filters are very affordable. ND filters are cheap. Now, the ND filters that's so high, they're like $200 and $300. Is that Peter McClinic, but Peter McClinic ND filters, he got like $200, $300 ND filters, that people buy, you know what I'm saying? So he got the high filters and stuff like that. So I don't mess with none of that. Yeah. Let me get some of y'all comments. Whatever happened to the OnePlus X-ray filter? Well, they killed the project, right? I don't know what happened to that phone. Like they showed it off and it had a built-in ND filter in it, and all of a sudden, they killed the project, right? We was waiting on that phone to come out. Like they should release that phone, even if it was like in limited quantities. They should release that phone, but they didn't. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm saying Peter McClendon, he got them high end $200-$300 ND filters, man. I mean, look, here's the thing. If I was a filmmaker, right? If I'm always outside filming on a production set, then I can see, them high end ND filters. Well, first of all, if you're on a production set, you're not using, M50s and Canon 9AD. You using 1DX Mark IVs and you using, high end C500s and stuff like that. Yeah, so they all use RAID cameras and stuff like that. So they way up there anyway. So they're not using M50s. And I mean, I would think about it. I would buy a Peter McClellan ND filter for M50. The M50 only cost $400. You pay $300 for the ND filter, pay $400 for the camera. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All we talk about camera. So Tech T then broke out. He didn't got him another camera. And look, Jay Will was live streaming, and he was, he trying to get me to go into the Sony ecosystem. And I was talking about how I have 4 Canon cameras and all Sigma lenses. For me to go into the Sony ecosystem, I'm gonna need 3 Sony cameras and 3 G Master lenses. And and look, if I sell all my camera gear and if I buy 3 the A7 IIIs, right, I'm gonna need 3 1.4s. I need 3 35 millimeter 1.4 G Master lenses. You know what I'm saying? I need 3 of them. So what I got to do is I got to get 3 of everything. So that's one of the reasons why I can't leave the Canon system. I'm gonna need 3 of everything. I need 3 of everything. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't made that. Think about it. I want y'all to think about this. So I went from smartphones to DSLR in January, which was 6 months ago, 5 months or whatever, right? So when I switched from smartphones to DSLR, I bought 4 fucking cameras. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to curse in this stream. I bought 4 cameras and I bought all these Sigma lenses in 5 months, bro. So I can't. I picked the ecosystem to go into. So I picked Canon ecosystem, and when I got the SL3, then I got the M50. Then when I got the 80D, I'm like, all right, cool. The 80D was boss, man. Like I enjoyed shooting on my 80D. Then I wanted to step up because the 90D had the dual pixel autofocus at 4K. Boom. So I got the 90D. Now I got my eyes on the R, and I got my eyes on the ESR and the R5 or the R6. I don't think I'm gonna go R5. I ain't shooting 8K, but the R6, they say that, look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. If the EOS R6 coming at $2,400, I'm gonna buy that camera, because the EOS R, if you get the lens, the RF lens on the EOS R, right now you're gonna pay about over $2,000. So if the R6 come out at $2,400, it don't make no sense to get no R5. The EOS R. I get the R6. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm good. Get the R6 if it comes with the kit lens, 24-105 RF lens at 1.4, and I got all these Sigma lens 18-35, and then I got a 16 mil 1.4. I'm good. And I'm good until Canon or somebody else come out with a new camera. So I'm saying. You want to hop on? Go and get it together. I'll send you a link. If you want, all right. So anybody want to talk camera talk, hit me up my Twitter. I'll send you a link. Phone tech at work. You want to talk cameras? Anybody want to talk camera? This is gonna be the camera segment. If you want to talk cameras, I'll send you a link and we go talk. And look, here's the thing for all my content creators out there that's shooting with smartphones. This is what y'all need to listen. Look, get your mindset set out of smartphones, and you may want to do a transition to DSLR. Whether or not it's going to be the CV. Think about it. The CV1 by Sony is an entry-level camera, $750, but the quality that's coming out of that camera, and plus what the product showcase feature that's on there, bro, that right there, like if you're doing product reviews and that camera is so dope. That's why I am so on the fence of buying that camera. And then you look at how the 6100, the Sony 6100, I think it was on B&H for like $4.99 or $5.99 or something, and you could get a Sigma quick 16 mil Sigma 1.4 for like 400, so less than $1,000. You could get a fantastic camera, get out of, and it's gonna shoot 3 times better than the smartphone. See what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to look, y'all have an open mind like I did. I shot with smartphones for what, 3 years, 4 years. I shot with smartphones for 3 years. I ain't gonna say it's 4 years. 4 years too long. I shot with smartphones for 3 years. If you look at the quality of the content now, like right now, think about it, smartphone wouldn't look like this. Look at the detail. Just look, you think that a smartphone would look at what you're looking at right now. Look, we in 720p, by the way. This StreamYard. So you watching this in 720p. Think about if I shot, if I did this live stream on the in 4K on YouTube, the quality would be 3 times better than what you looking at right now. So, and you can't get this from a smartphone, people. So this, and look, I got the NTG mic, Rode mic, right? And look, I got wireless mic. I rock with all Rode, man. So I got the wireless mic system for Rode. I got the Rode NTG mic. Yeah. Look, these overhead mics is dope. These overhead mics is dope. I don't care what nobody said. I've been wanting to give me I've been shooting with overhead mics, but I was shooting with the cheap mics. I was like, man, I gotta give me a good mic, man. And the thing about my mic system, I think I might just go on to give me an audio box, man. Hey T, let me know. Hit me up, T, so I can send you a link. Let's get into it. I want to learn about cameras. I need to shoot the horizontal like a boss. Yes. Yeah, you want to shoot like a boss? Yeah, you got the M50, bro. I'm telling you. Look, I was shooting all my overhead shots with the M50, but I cut out the M50 and I got the SL3 shooting overhead. But I got my 80D. Got my rear camera is my 80D. So when you see my product shots, that's T hit me up. Oh, yo, let me hit T up. Let me hit T. Y'all want to hit me up? Y'all hit me up on Twitter. I'll send you a link. Let me hit T up so I can get them in here. Y'all look, y'all go make me get drunk tonight, man. I didn't think I was gonna be live streaming all night. Look, y'all gonna make me pull out. Y'all gonna make me pull out the bottle. I'm drinking water. I ain't on no crown yet. I was gonna wait till the wife come home. We go eat. I don't want to get too wasted before the night over, you know. Let's see. Yeah, that product showcase is man. Yes, product showcase is nice, man. Yeah, right. See the 6100 at $599 with a kit lens, bruh. I seen that, and I'm saying to myself, bruh. And my problem is that I don't want the 6100. If I'm go into Sony, that's my. Y'all know how. If I go into Sony, bruh, I was gonna do A7 III or A7 II. Some people saying the A7 II was good, but I might go A7 III or A9 or A. Oh man, where T at? I gotta get T in here. Drop the link, easy. Hold on, I did. You got the link, T. You got that link. Get it 64. So I was go look. I on A7 III. That's what I'm saying. Like I was gonna do the A7 III. But it's no 4K. Oh, I didn't know that. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful when we pick that camera. All right, here we go. We got T.
What's good?
Yo,
What's good?
yo,
What's good, man? Can you hear me?
man, we getting that camera talk now, bro.
Boy, look, I had just got back in the house from Home Depot, man, with the lady, and I was just like, yo, hold on, easy talking cameras. Let me jump on with this thing real quick, man.
I'm trying to get. I'm gonna have to send Jay because Jay been talking about cameras all day on the stream.
Yeah, he was, man. I was peeping it out, man. I was peeping it out, and I was just like, easy talking cameras. Let me get up in this thing. So I'm still getting set up. So go ahead, though. I'm still getting set up in mesh right now.
So we was like, you know, and I was telling people like in January, I was like before January started, I was telling my community, my subscribers that I was gonna make a drastic change. I was gonna get away from smartphones to go to DSLRs.
Yep.
I made a choice to do the Canon ecosystem because I worked with Canon cameras before. I like the menu. The menus are simple. The camera bodies are pretty cheap. The camera lenses is the one that you got to really focus on. So like the Sigma lenses are really, think about the 18 to 35, 1.88 and up at 600. You get it for $599, which that's a fantastic lens. And the Nifty 50s is a fantastic lens. So I started off with that, you know, and then I'm like, okay, I needed another camera because I wanted to do overhead, I wanted to do side, then I wanted to do rear camera. So I bought 4 cameras.
Yeah, you went in.
I went in. So
you definitely went in.
Jay was like, bro, you gotta go Sony. So because he telling me about the CV1.
I mean,
and I'm like, bro,
you so I'm deep like, invested. You too deep invested. You know what I mean?
I'm too deep invested,
like,
dog.
You way too deep, man.
I can't do it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. Your mic is way you mean my mic. You're you way too invested in the Canon ecosystem. And the way I flip and flop is because I only got like one camera. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I flip flop. I can do that because I only got one. I'm not loyal to any brand. You know, people know that about me. I try whatever interests me at the time. That's what I'm trying. Like I got Fuji right now. I was always curious about Fuji. Now I love my Sony. Trust and believe. Like love Sony. But at the same time, I was just willing. I was ready to try something new. You know what I mean? That was it. Like people are like, oh, till you switch, you don't need to switch cameras. The camera you got is good enough. Yeah, I get that, but I got the money, so I want to switch. I want to try it out. So that's why I did. And it's okay. I like Fuji. Like I'm on it right now with the camera. Like, I'm using that big Sigma 18 to 35. So because and that's the only kind of thing that I don't like about it is because the lens selection on Fuji is iffy. That's the only thing. That's why I had to adapt the Canon lens. You see what I'm saying?
So you adapt. You got to put an adapter on.
Yeah, I had to get like a this adapter was like $350 because it's the best adapter for it. So just the adapter alone, and then the price. But this is all testing. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to see how it works. But so far I like it, and I'm trying to see what I'm going to do for my B camera. The B camera is up in limbo because I got this. I just returned my A7 III yesterday because I recently bought it. I returned it because I love the A7 III, but the thing about it is it's the same annoyances that bother me, and like no flip out screen really bothers me. It's just hard. Even though I got the Atomos Ninja V, even though I got that and that's an external monitor, but I'm not going to carry that if I want to do a vlog or something. You know what I mean? So you know, it just really depends on what you into and what you like, man. But you know,
so since you've been talking about the Atomos, right? I've been watching like cool videos about that, bro. And it's still $499, but that's without the hard drive.
But the hard drive, but the SSD ain't gonna bust you across the head though.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they got the one with the 1 terabyte hard drive for like
that's what I got.
For like $5.
Yeah, I got it right. Where is it at? I got mine right here. Because I just had to send my my Atomos Ninja V into them because it was miscalibrated. The screen was miscalibrated.
Oh,
so I just sent mine in yesterday.
I was about to. I got it in my cart, T. Because I'm in limbo here, so I'm holding. Bro, it's like, man, it's so much, dog.
This is what I say about the Ninja V.
So the
Ninja V is a tool that you can grow with. So you're talking about potentially getting the R5. That's what people don't realize. Like the Ninja V is something that's just not for now, but you can grow into it. You know what I mean? So, and the thing about it is, it just wakes cameras up. It allows you to get the full capabilities. That first Fuji video I shot with me switching, that was the highest quality that I can possibly shoot. 10-bit, 422 ProRes, the
422.
highest, everything. And I can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference.
People think I'm crazy. Hear me out, easy. People think I'm crazy, but when I was color grading that Fuji content, I could tell that I had a much better range with colors. Like I was like, oh, I can tell. You know what I mean? So,
right.
But on YouTube, people are going to say, does it matter and all that? But that's just what I'm
matters,
into. You know
man.
what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you something, T. I know people always say YouTube it don't matter. I see you could tell the difference when somebody's shooting with a smartphone and when somebody's shooting with a DSLR. You can see it, man. You think about it. If you look at Android Authority when they doing product reviews, when they doing their B-rolls, bro, them dudes using high-end cameras, man.
You got that right, man.
Fuck. Bro, that thing look good.
I'm telling you.
When you look at that MKBHD with that red camera, bro, man, come on, bro, man, that you can't see the man. Tell me that a smartphone could be as good as that.
It can't be. It can't be. Now, of course,
I was fooling myself. I used to say it all the time back when I was shooting with smartphone. I'm like, man, I'm using Filmic Pro. I'm shooting it log. I'm color grading.
And you just don't realize. People just don't realize, man. But no, I mean, it's all whatever you into. Me, I'm just into cameras. That's why I'm willing to get a new camera and do that. That's just what I'm into. And that's the reason why I started the camera channel, because I wanted to try something different, man. And there's not a lot of people really on Fuji content right now. So it's also like a content strategy thing with me. You know what I mean? So it's just I can bang out Fuji content and possibly get an upper leg of starting some new stuff. You know what I mean? Within the camera lane. It's not new, but it's not a lot of people on Fuji. Fuji doesn't send people out like Sony does. You know what I mean? So they don't get that much coverage like they should. And I feel like more people should know about Fuji, more so than Canon and Sony, which of course are beasts. You see what I'm saying? But Fuji also has a great system and has been slept on, because they were doing 4K 60 in their cameras in 2018. People don't even realize that. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is like, I love the 6600. I still recommend that camera to a lot of people. The 6100 that Jay got, that's cool. I like it, but I hate shooting in standard profiles. Like, I just don't like Sony standard profile. It just doesn't look good to me.
You got to have
it's just but that's Jay. Jay probably don't want to deal with all that, because Jay is about quickness. You see what I'm saying? He about getting his content out. And I get that 100%, but I hate standard profiles. But Canon standard profile and Fuji Canon profiles, standard profiles look good straight out of camera. Sony's don't look that good straight out of camera. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing.
And that's my whole thing. Like the Canon 80D, the Canon 90D, you can download CineStyle and all that stuff like that, and color grade and run flat profiles and stuff like that. But I'm on the fence. So I'm thinking like Canon's supposed to be announcing the R6 and the R5. I'm intrigued about the R6. R5, it's gonna be about a $4,000 camera shooting at 8K and all that stuff. I'm not on that. I ain't gonna shoot at 8K.
8K is nobody's doing that mess, man.
But the R5, the R6 is gonna be like 2,400.
That's doable.
Because look, if you look at the EOS R, if you get if you buy the EOS R, you gonna pay about 2,000, 2,100 for it.
Yeah.
So
it's $1,799 right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So the prices are dropping. This is why I got two cameras in my hand. I got the EOS R and I got the EOS R6.
Right.
Both of those cameras, I'm gonna pull the trigger on one of them because I need to get the full frame thing out the way. Now, don't get me wrong. I did put the speed booster on this M50, and I'm wide open. Look, I got a 50 millimeter with the speed booster that make this a full frame, dude.
Oh yeah, the speed booster do work.
Like close.
Now, for you, I will wait. Don't buy the all right now, because the 4K, in order to use it to be, if phone taking work, I saw your question. I'm gonna get to you in a second. But for the EOS R, I love it. I'm gonna tell you, easy. I told you on your live stream that I had the 90D and the EOS R. I told you that. Remember, I told you I returned them. The R, I love it, man. But I like shooting in 4K. It's just so crippled in the EOS R. And when you go in 4K with the EOS R, it disables dual pixel autofocus. So you don't have that dual pixel autofocus in 4K with the EOS R. So for me, if I'm paying almost $2,000 for a camera, I don't want those things to be handicapped. You paying $200 for a full frame photographer camera, but then you're paying for APS-C on the video side. For $2,000, right. I don't want to be limited. You see what I'm saying? So that's my whole beef with the EOS R. Now the R5 and the R6, Canon has an opportunity to knock it out the park. If they don't cripple those cameras, I'm not gonna lie. If the price is right, I might pick up an R5 or R6. You see what I'm saying? So it just depends on what. If they don't cripple that camera at all, I will easily go back to Canon and I will stay with Canon. Y'all heard it here. If they would just get rid of the cripple hammer, if they were just getting rid of the cripple hammer, that's all, man. So that's the only thing. And real quick, don't take a word. Return the 6100 or the 64 for the extra 200. There's not going to be a huge big difference in the two. You know, in the 6400, you're going to get the custom profiles. The upgrade that I would say to always pay for, in my opinion, is to the 6600 because you get IBIS, which Sony IBIS is trash at the end of the day. But it's about the battery life. Those Sony batteries are absolutely trash. You see what I'm saying? So that Z battery, where's it at right here? That Z battery right here, this is what you need if you're going to go Sony. This battery right here is the absolute truth. So that's my whole thing, man. And first of all, everybody talking about this product showcase. Look how fast that is. How much faster do you need to get than that, man? You don't need to get that much faster than that. Like, the product showcase is cute, but look how fast that is, man. Come on, man.
Right, I'm using manual right
now. That's just as good as product showcase, man.
Right now, I'm on manual right now, so I can't do anything.
Everybody be like, man, boom, that's all. It's right there. I mean, what? Boom, product showcase. I can show it off. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
but yeah, man. So it just depends, though. Phone Tech. If you just starting off with cameras, just learn it. Just learn that 6100. I just don't. And I recommend people the 6100. When people ask me about getting into the Sony ecosystem, I don't recommend the 66 or the 873 or the 6400. I would say, hey, get the 6100 because you're getting your foot in the building. Once you maximize that 6100, go for the 64 or the 66. But I just know that camera on the battery on that 64, the 6100 is just absolute trash. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it just depends, man.
Camera grip for it or what? They got a camera grip?
No, they don't make an official grip for the 6000 series, if I'm not mistaken.
Woo. Damn.
They don't make it. And then the 6600 got the eye autofocus. So, I mean, it just depends on what you're looking for, man. But the Canon, they have an opportunity to knock it out the park. If they're going to shut down. Oh, my. Yo, I'm telling you, easy. I'm telling you. They talking about less than 2,500. I think it'll probably be. It's gonna have to be $22.99, right? I think it might be like I think it might be $2,300. Personally, they gonna knock it out of the park. If they don't cripple this, welcome back Sony. Welcome back Canon. If they don't cripple this, the A7, excuse me, that's that red stripe right there, man. The A7S3, A7S3 better bring it. I'm telling you, if they don't cripple this, they better bring it because the A7S3 gonna be way more expensive.
High speed autofocus, 20 frames. But this is 8 right here, so they got.
I don't need that. I ain't messing with that. That's gonna chew through memory, man. Dude,
think about this: uncropped 8K at 30 frames per second. Lord, bro.
I see. For me, I feel like it's. Just knowing the typical Canon cripple hammer, it's going to be something wrong with that. Like, I'm used to always say, I feel like it's going to be a low bit rate. You know what I mean? But it can't be when you I don't know. Typical Canon will cripple that, but they may not be on that cripple hammer no more. They may not.
At 120 frames at 10-bit 422. That's in body.
That's in body. Even the Fuji right now, I got 420 10-bit internal. Bruh. I gotta have a Ninja V for 422.
Man,
it's gonna be a monster. They have really shaken up
raw uncropped 8K raw with dual pixel autofocus, bro. That's unreal.
Just do right. All I'm saying is, Canon, just do right. That's all I got to say is do right, Canon. Man. Don't have no. They said uncropped, so but they're not telling us
IBIS.
Sony will mess around and be like no sound in 8K. You know, they good for shit like that. You know what I mean? So Sony good. I mean, Canon good for mess like that. Like they would do 8K for a crop for 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying? So But easy, look at that though. Don't mess with no USR. The USR is beast. The EOSR would be a good B camera.
That's
one of
why
those. Maybe
the only reason why I want to go EOSR is because of the bit rate and the depth. The bit rate is so high on 1080p is high. It's high, bro. It's high. You get it. Yeah. That's the only reason why, bro. But I can't use the Atomos on the EOSR because it's only.
You can.
It's upscale to 4K.
Well, you can't use the 1080. If you use the EOSR, the only way you can use a Ninja V, the only way you can use a Ninja V period, I think, is only in 4K. So you can get 4K 10-bit 422 out of the EOSR via the Ninja V.
Right, but I'm already on a crop sensor. I'm crop right now at 18. Right. I'm at 24 millimeters.
I'm at 18 right now, and it's 18 to 35. I'm at 18 right now, but my camera ain't even that far.
I'm only scared about the dual pixel autofocus on the 4K. Now, I think they ought to think they gotta have a firmware update for that, man.
I don't understand why they haven't. You know what I mean? That's the only thing, right? This is why I don't understand about Canon. The 90D is such a beast camera, but it's just like, why wouldn't you put it's doable. You don't even have a crop in 4K. It is doable. Why in the world would you not do it in your EOSR? That makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand Canon's way of thinking. You know what I mean? So
what about that Panasonic, the Micro Four Thirds, man?
The S1H. You know what? I don't know much about those. I just know for one, they're not selling good. They've came out and said they're not selling good at all because it's for a specific niche. Like that S1H is for a specific crowd. That's not for everybody. Like that's not a YouTuber's camera or anything like that. That is a camera for professionals. You see what I'm saying? So
use his. He do it. He
got that GH5. Sean is nice with that GH5 for it to be Micro Four Thirds. You know what I mean? Like people talk trash about the Panasonic, but you show people who has a GH5 and they do work with those, man. Like they do work.
Yeah, that GH5 look good, man. Sean be knocking out the park with that GH5, man.
Yeah, but it's a good time coming up with cameras right now, man. You just don't know what's going to be. You just don't know. Like everybody is right now is in hold. Like for me, I'm on hold for my B camera. I'm not buying another Fuji. I'm just waiting now. I'm good with my one camera I got right now. I'm good with it. But now I'm just waiting for the Canon to be announced, and then I'm also waiting for the new Sony to be announced whenever that's going to be announced. But if the Sony does not have an articulated screen, I'm not getting it. Point blank.
Right. So Alan Anthony, you you got the RP and you got the RF lens. There ain't no bad RF lens. That kit lens that's coming with the RP, that's that 20 with the 24-7 or 105. Yeah, that's an RF lens. You don't get no bad glass.
No, sir.
You ain't get no bad
kit lens is already what? That kit lens alone is like $800, $900.
The kit lens alone is expensive, man. You're not getting that's not no bad glass on that RP.
No, sir. But the RP, those RPs are just crippled when it comes to 4K. That's the only thing that hurts those cameras, man. They're just so crippled when it comes to 4K. And I'm just like, man, and everybody barely ached about it. That's why Sony has to bring it with these. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
Yeah. We gotta see what Sony gonna do because Sony's supposed to come out the S, right?
The A7, either the A7 IV or the A7S3. I think it should be called the A7 IV at this point, but we'll see what they do. But yeah, definitely 4K 60 is a standard right now. Everything that new coming out has to have 4K 60.
Because you got to put slow-mo in.
Yeah. Like me, I don't do this. Has 1080 at 240 frames per second. Now, 240 frames per second is like hella soft though. So if I had to slow anything down, I'm gonna do 4K 60 and slow 60p down.
4K 60.
So you know what I mean. So it just depends.
One of the reasons why I want to get the Ninja V is because of the uncompressed ProRes.
The editing, how easy it is to edit. That's the thing, dog.
I'm gonna pull a trigger on it because the only reason why I want to, because I'm on your computer, since it's so compressed, it tear your computer up. You got your fans running hard, and it makes your computer hot when you're trying to do editing. But I heard everybody that say, even though it might be large files, but it's uncompressed, and it's like your editing software breathes through that ProRes really good.
Yeah, I shot that. That switching the Fuji video. I think I shot that in ProRes, and I think that 13 minute video was like 45 gigs.
Okay.
alone. Just and then it's all good though. You just pop it out the SSD. You got the SATA to USB. I don't even know where mine
Right,
is,
and
but
you just edit it straight from that.
yep. You pop this in right here and just put it in here.
Because you know
Boom,
what's so
and
funny?
then plug it in, and then you edit right off. You edit right off of this.
Right, so that's my problem because I think the on the Amazon website you're not getting all those accessories.
Mm-mm.
You
Piece
got
it
to get
together.
it all. Okay, because
I
you're
went
not
bought
getting
my
all those
yeah.
accessories.
No, I bought
Okay.
that. That's a StarTech. Don't get the Atomos SATA to USB. They charge way too much. This is called a StarTech. It's like $15 and it works just as good. I got my my SSD from Best Buy. I went and just copped a Western Digital.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 terabyte, and then I got like a little, the little small rig head that holds the monitor into the cold shoe, into the hot shoe.
Oh
and
yeah,
then you
so
off. You know what I mean?
I got plenty of these little things. I got
Yeah,
all these.
yeah,
yeah. I got plenty of these.
Yeah, I know
things.
you
So
got something to attach it with, so that ain't nothing. But
right.
Yeah, the Ninja V is, like I said, it's a tool that you can grow with, and it's an external monitor if your camera does not have an external monitor. You know what I mean? So, it is what you all, what you're gonna use it for at the end of the day. So
I think for the most part, after we make these decisions on these cameras, as far as the R6 off, I'm good because I ain't gonna get no more cameras out there. All I'm gonna do is just get lenses. That's it.
That's it. You gotta invest in glass. That's what keeps
invest in glass. That's
what keeps the money, man. But it's crazy because I was just like, I love Fuji, but this lens selection is killing me. But the Sigma 1835 really is all I need because the autofocus is loud. You know how the autofocus is loud on this camera, on this lens. But I film, my mic is boom, so I'm nowhere near it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
and when I went with audio, man, even though I do reviews on a lot of mics, man, my primary audio, man, I got this NTG boom.
That
right
NTG
here.
is a beast, man. I got that Daddy sent me there, the D3 Pro. They just sent me that, and but they got that S mic too. That's the, I guess, competitor to that NTG. But that NTG is beast, man. So
and I got the Rode wireless mics too, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got a white one that came out. And
the white Tanner got the white one, I think, right? Tanner got the white one, if I ain't mistaken.
Tanner got that white one, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's gonna be it, man. I mean, I'm good, man.
I'm just waiting. I'm giving the Fuji a try, and I know Jay was like, he gonna be right back on Sony. I'm like, I personally like the way Fuji looks. Like a lot of people that watch my videos, they don't know the look I'm going for. I'm going for more the cinematic look because I'm focused really a lot on my camera channel right now. And I love the Fuji look for my camera channel. So it's just like Sony, it's sharper, it's clearer, it's so sharp, but I don't like a camera to be super duper sharp, me personally. You know what I mean? So I like it to be a little soft, and I love the way Fuji does its colors. So I'm good with Fuji right now. Like a lot of people think I'm gonna run back to Sony. I'm good.
So this is a good question because I learned how to color grade on my own. So what I did was in Adobe Premiere Pro, when I was shooting in log, this was way back when I used to use log in smartphones. I created my own lux.
Me too.
And so what you do is you shoot it as a flat profile, and when you put it in Adobe Premiere or Mac OS or whatever, Final Cut, you change your colors, man. You're adding saturation, you add your all your color stuff, and then you got to deal with the curve and stuff. And so you just get it right how you want it. The trees as green as you want it, the facial features as you want it. Now they got people that sell Lux packs. I bought Lux packs and it works. I mean, but sometimes they don't give you that color, that depth that you want. So what I did was I came up with my own. Like I just saved it as a preset. And that's it. And the only thing that I do once I save it, I might just tweak it here and there.
That's it.
But for the most part, you create your own Lux pack. You create your own Lux, man.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like both of those videos I shot an F log, which is Fuji's log version. And there's a LUT that you can download that turns that into an Eterna. Eterna is a profile that's only on Fuji's. I love the Eterna LUT. Like it's such a beast. And it makes everything so dark. And then all I do is just bring the shadows, light them up a little bit so it don't crush the black. And then I just do that, add a little bit of saturation, and I'm done. You know what I mean?
And that's all I do. A little contrast, a little saturation. I shoot flat. and a little saturation, a little contrast, and that's it. That's all I do.
Yeah,
And I
that's
just
it.
add the preset.
So Alan said, I know about color grading. I'm talking about what T was talking about earlier about how to dislike the colors of Sony. I don't really dislike the colors with Sony, but until you try somebody else's colors, that's when you're like, I'm talking about straight out the camera. That's my whole thing. Like, you can kind of shoot in color profile PP1. That's like the it's kind of standard. It's almost standard to me. But I feel like when you take a Canon or a Fuji straight out, I feel like that was the beast. You see what I'm saying? So it really depends on how you perceive colors. It's subjective for everybody. You know what I mean? What one person likes, the other person may not like. Like I put on Twitter. What you guys like better, the Fuji or the Sony? Everybody's saying Sony, but there's a few people I like the way the Fuji looks. You see what I'm saying? But it always.
But you know why people say they like Sony? It's because that's after color grading. That's the whole thing. You cut that, like, a lot of people don't understand
so much.
When you take the footage off of the camera, it's flat.
Oh, it's flat.
It's all on the color grading. It's flat. It's like, you know,
I can probably show on my computer right now how it is out there. Yeah, I can share my screen right now how it is. Well, you can share screen, right? Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna show y'all, and I'm gonna show y'all what it's looking like. So y'all see this right here.
Yeah,
that's how it looks straight out the camera. Let me see.
That's how I look out the camera.
No, that's how it looks fresh out the camera right here. That's no grade, no anything. This is exactly how F-Log will look when it comes straight out the camera. Then I add my little effects to it, like you. So that is, I forgot what this is, but so if I add the effects. Boom. And then I add the LUT.
There you go.
This is my grade right here. So you taking boom, you have different levels. So that's straight raw. You add that adjustment layer, and then you add this adjustment layer, and that's what you guys see right here. That's what you see right here. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it just depends, but that's what you're talking about. Flat. That's how it comes out. And then you have to go and manually fix everything yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that's
once you get it, you just save the preset.
Let's save it. Yeah.
And just save the preset, so you won't have to do all that color grading and everything. So when you're doing flat, once you put it in your Adobe Premiere or your Final Cut, you just drop that LUT in there. That's good. That's
good. And that's it. And as long as you keep the same lighting, you know what I mean? Like me. That first video I did, I shot with, this is my background, which is my first time shooting that angle. I just had my main big Godox light. It's my only light that was on. And I had these hue lights on, giving me some color to the other side of my face. Then I shot that video today, sitting right here on this couch. And I basically used the same exact LUT. I just tweaked a few more things because the lighting was a little bit different. Right. You know what I mean? So but you use the same LUTs to speed it up. You see what I'm saying? Right. So phone taking work. I think the 61 is missing picture profiles. You don't have color profiles on the 6100. You just have straight standard. You don't have custom profiles on there. So you don't have the ability to shoot log with the 6100. That's the one thing I don't like about it. You know what I mean?
Right. And here's the thing. If for beginners, and I understand what Jay was trying to say. If you talk about like the M50 or the 6100. If you're a beginner and you're trying to grow and you're trying to learn the camera the way because it's the future, and say you want to get 6100 right now for a year or so, and then maybe go to maybe a A7 IV. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually you go want more. Once you outgrow your camera, you go want more.
That's the thing.
The camera gonna be it's limitations.
That's the reason why I grew out of Sony. You know what I mean? Like. And people say, oh, you didn't use nowhere near the abilities of the Sony. You know what I mean? You don't do any professional work. I'm like, yeah, I get that. But at the same time, I really can feel 10-bit color. Me and Trent was talking about this in a text message. People say you can't tell. I can tell when I was editing. I really honestly can sit there and tell with those colors. Like I really was able to get what I wanted out of those colors. You know what I mean? So, and then you got to remember too, a lot of people think that
YouTube compress like big. It's not that much compression going
It ain't
on.
that much compression. It's
You can
compression, but
see
it
a
ain't, you know what I
difference,
mean?
but it ain't
Yeah.
that much compression going on because you see people upload they got people upload 8K videos. You got to
Yeah,
remember that.
I'm telling
I
you,
mean, they got
man.
people upload freaking 100 GB videos. They
Yeah.
got people uploading high.
That is real, man.
Woo! Uh-oh, your sound went out, T. Your sound went out. You cut off. Sound.
My bad. I hit the mute button when I slapped the mic.
Yeah.
But yeah, phone taking work. There's phones to do 4K 60. The GH5 does 4K 60. This Fuji I'm on, the X-T4, the old Fuji, the X-T3, all those do 4K 60. But those are not talked about. You know what I mean? People don't talk about Fuji. People don't talk about Panasonic like that. So everybody's just Sony or Canon. Where other camera manufacturers been had 4K 60. Like the X-T3, the older version of this had it in 2018. 4K 60 at 2018, and that's telling you something, you know what I mean? So, but everybody knows Sony and Canon. That's it, you know what I mean?
Right. So let's talk about frame rates. A lot of people get this misconception about frame rates. Okay, 24 frames per second, 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second, and 240 frames per second.
Yep.
Now I always teach people. I always talk to people like this. If you go shoot 120, 60 frames per second, you in your mind you're thinking about slowing it down.
Yep.
It's a slow-mo. 60 frames. You ain't shooting 60 frames per second, no talking head videos. You're shooting 60 frames per second when you're doing B-rolls.
Some people like to shoot 60 talking head, though. I don't like it, but some people like doing that, though.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't understand when people say 20. Now I don't shoot 24 frames per second. I know Sean B. Nice does. I shoot 30.
You shoot 30. Okay. I mean, it's
shoot 30.
It's personal preference.
Right, it's personal preference. And look, I don't shoot 24 frames. I shoot 30. But when I do 60, it's all slow-mo. And every time you see slow-mo on everybody's channel, they shooting you to 60 and they're slowing it halfway down. But usually people not shooting 60 frames per second with talking head videos.
Nah, I was going to do it just to test the 4K 60 on this camera, but I'm not doing that for talking head. Usually I would do 120 when I would do slowing down, but 60 frames per second is just fine to slow down. We don't need stuff that slow. You see what I'm saying? Like I'll do a test with it. Like I'm gonna do a test with this with a 240. I want to see what it looks like. You see what I'm saying? But if I really was realistically slowing stuff down, I'm gonna use 60. In my personal videos, I do 24, but I can do 30. It doesn't really matter to me.
And I might switch to 24 frames per second. I mean, it's a lighter file. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It is. 60 is a beefier file. You know what I mean?
Right. And if I get the Ninja V, I'm gonna Google all 24 frames per second.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing Filmic Pro, I was doing 24 frames per second.
Right.
A lot of people didn't know that. I was shooting 24 frames per second. But what I've been doing lately, it's all been 30 frames because it's easy. I got 4 cameras I set up right quick. And I say I'm gonna do 30 frames on every one of them. I'm good. Yep. Do you follow? And also, since we talking knowledge, do you follow the 180 rule when it comes down to shutter speed?
Yeah. And that's what I like about
30.
Do 60. And that's what I like about
60, right.
That's what I like about Fuji, because all cameras won't let you exactly double it. You see what I'm saying? With Fuji, when you do 24, the closest you can get is 50. With Fuji, you can get the actual 48. So that's the reason why I like it. A little touch, I feel like it may add a slight motion blur that just looks good. But that's what I like about Fuji. You can fine tune it to be the exactly double. You see what I'm saying? And I just personally, it's just like might be a little OCD thing in my head, but I like that. You know what I mean? So
the reason why people shooting at 60 frames per second on their phones, the phone makers thinking that you're gonna slow it down and slow. So I mean, you can do slow mo on 60 frames per second on their smartphones. That's why you're using, so they say everybody shoot 60 on their phones. Not necessarily. I mean, if you're shooting 60 frames per second on your smartphone with the intention to slow it down in post.
Yeah.
That's the intention.
Yeah, that's the intention. I mean,
60
looks weird. 60 just looks weird when people, I used to do it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I used to do it early in my channel. When I did talking head videos, I was doing 60 frames sometimes. And I'm doing top down videos, doing case reviews. I was doing like 60, and I was like, the more I started looking about cameras, I was like, you know what, I'm staying away from that 60. and I just do
I'm gonna tell you what,
straight
you get
24 now.
people, if you talk about cameras, you got a camera channel and you ain't shooting at 24, boy, you got the camera community gonna come eat you up.
They gonna get you, boy, because they people are so stickler about that. And I'm like, it's all personal preference. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have the camera community that will not watch nobody. If they look at the YouTube video and they see 4K 60 as far as the frame rate, a lot of people won't watch it. You have a lot of people that will not watch a video if they see 4K 60 or 30 frames, 60 FPS. If they drop down if they see 60 frames, they won't watch it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
A huge community of people that would not watch 60 frames per second videos.
You're right. It's weird, man. It's like I said, it's all personal preference, man.
That's all personal preference, right?
At the end of the day, it's just about what you like, what works for you. There is no perfect, and I know there is no perfect camera. If I could put the perfect camera together, man, it would be. There's no perfect camera. Like I love Canon, but they're crippled. I love Sony. The full frame. Now the 6600 was almost perfect for me. I'm not gonna be with the 6600.
Then it get hot though, right?
Was just nah. You don't gotta worry about that no more. They're not even the 64. They don't even overheat on you. Those problems are done. That ended with the 63 and the 65. Those were them. That's when that mess was heating up. You good now. But I love that. But it's just low bit rates and a few other things that I don't like. And then with the Fuji, it's the lens selection. So every manufacturer is something wrong, but you just got to figure out what works for you. You know what I mean? So,
and that's why I was looking at the R, because the bit rate on the R at 1080p is so high.
Oh, it's high. Like it's what 400. Like, I know I have
400, 450 megabytes at 1080p. The bit rate is so.
That's what this is. 4K 400. You can do 400, 200, or 100 on the Fuji, and you can do 4K DCI, which is higher. It's like, I don't know the dimensions, 6,000. It was something crazy. Like I don't even mess with that. Like 4K DCI is a whole nother ball game. You know what I mean? But it's up there. But yeah, the bit rates, man, that bit rate mess. I mean, some people say it don't matter on YouTube compression, and most people, but if you're a camera person, the data that you can get out of them
right now, that a lot of people don't understand, it's not that much compression going on YouTube that you think about. You could look at an MKBHD video, and he's shooting in 8K and probably down sample it down to 4K. That quality, if my phone ringing, if YouTube was compressing so much, his videos wouldn't look like that.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I like it a little bit. You know what I mean?
I think Lou from Unbox Therapy got the A9s.
Yeah, he shoots. I forgot that one. I think he does have an A7R4 or something. Maybe.
He got A7Rs and A9 because he got an overhead shot, he got a side shot, and then he got a front shot.
And
I think he got all Sony ARs and HDR. I'm like, wow. Because he mentioned it.
Yeah, you mentioned it on one of them videos. I forgot. It might have been one
of the videos. Yeah,
it was recently. I remember I was like, okay, I thought he was shooting with like a cinema camera. He was like, no, I'm shooting with an A7S3. And
So I'm like, man, I thought he was shooting with cinema camera. Because I seen another cat I watch, he shoot with Canon cinema cameras.
Yeah. A lot of people do. You know what I mean? You don't even realize it, but a lot of people like, I shoot with a cinema camera. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a whole different ball game right there. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's it, man.
I don't know. I ain't going to cinema camera. But I'm
good with these. Everybody keeps saying, you gonna get that next. I'm like, nah. I ain't even nowhere near that. I just wanna. I'm good with that, man. But yeah, it just depends on what you. But yo, I'm gonna get up off here in a minute, man. But it just depends on what you want, man. Like, and right now is the perfect. If you're interested in buying, like, spending that amount of money on a camera, I would wait right now. Because it's such a good time right now. You got the Canons about to drop. You got the Sony's about to drop. So it's really a good time. You know what I mean? So like I said, Fuji the X-T4, that just recently dropped like 2 months ago. So you have something, and Panasonic can drop the G6 anytime. You know what I mean? They're just kind of slowly sleeping on that. So it's really a good time to buy a camera right now. You just got to wait. You just wait it out, see what everybody's bringing to the table. That's kind of what I'm doing for my second cam. Like, just wait until all the things are on the table, then I make the purchase. You see what I'm saying? So, but me personally, I don't need full frame. To be 100% honest with you, I like full frame. I like the look of full frame, But I don't mind shooting crop sensor for what I do. You know what I mean? I don't mind it. But
the
if
wide angle lens,
Canon,
it takes a lot. The wide angle lens, 16 mil, bro. On the crop sensor, you could be wide on the 16 mil.
You
man.
good, man.
Good.
That's my ideal shooting range. The 16 to 18 on crop sensors. That's my ideal shooting range. And full frame, I just love that 24 to like 28 mil. That's what I shoot all my videos at. That's why I tell it. That's why I told Phone Take at work. I was like, yo, get that Sigma 1.4. That's really all you need to do your videos. Like, that's the only lens that I've ever bought for a crop sensor Sony. I've never purchased any other lens for the crop sensor body when it came to Sony. Ever. I don't need
it. That 16 mil 1.4. If you go outside, get that variable ND filter, you go be
Swiss Army knife.
Put that bad boy wide open. That bokeh, you ain't gonna see nothing in the background.
Man, and that's the thing about me. Like, I like 2.8. Don't get me wrong. F2.8 does look good, but me in this area, I only have one window and I have a black curtain. I need fast lens. I need a 2.8 does not work in here. Like, it doesn't. It's not right enough. It's just not right enough. It just doesn't work. So I need a 1.4 or 1.8. And people think I just do that because I want the bokeh. I'm like, no, this is what my room requires. I don't have natural light in this room. So this is all artificial. I can control my lighting. And I know I either need, I think the lowest I can probably go is an F2. Possibly. I might have to crank this. Right now with the Fuji, when I shoot an F-Log, I just shoot at base ISO, which is 640, which is nothing. You know what I mean? Base ISO 640, you don't get any noise. And then when you got Sony, you can go on up. You know what I mean? Like, especially like Sony, you can.
I ain't going past 1600 though on nothing.
See, that's that Canon though. Canon. Canon sucks when it comes to ISO. But if you get a Sony or a full frame, oh man, you can be at 1600. You'll see no noise. It's that A7 III literally can see in the dark. I swear it can see in the dark.
Oh,
like, I don't know.
Really?
That's Canon. Oh yeah, Canon ISO performance is terrible. I don't know.
I'm outside. I'm on ISO 100 when I'm inside. I be at ISO 400. I got so many lights in here, bro.
Yeah, you got a lot of lights in there.
Lights everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, Sony. Like Ed Talk says, Sony ISO is crazy. Canon's is trash. Fuji's is pretty good. Fuji's ISO is different. It's like a usable ISO. It's a usable noise. It's not like a distracting noise. Because I'm gonna do an ISO test probably later on. Maybe this weekend I might shoot. I'm gonna do an ISO test where I sit and just crank them up so people can kind of see. Because there really isn't a good ISO test on it so far on YouTube. So I'm gonna do an ISO test on it. But Sony's, you can see in the damn dark. Canon, they just fall apart. I think after like 800, 1,000, they just. I think they're just like, I don't know.
Past 1,000 on
that's why I'm like, this R5 and R6 better bring it, but they need to improve on low light performance because they don't got it. You know what I mean?
Them RF lenses, though, man. That's why I want. I see Phone Take at work, man. He got that RP, man. Look, you could get an RP for $1,000 with that RF lens.
Yeah,
that thing, bro. That's so tempting, but I'm waiting. I'm like. I'm ready to hit the button to pay. I'm like,
wait. I'm waiting. This is the perfect time to wait. Don't pull no triggers right now. You got to wait.
I ain't pulling no trigger right now. I'm waiting.
Yeah, you got to wait, man. Because even Sony also got, is rumored, the A7 III, A7S4, whatever it's called. They got that. They got the 12 to 24 f2.8 G master lens that's going to come out. Then they also have a competitor to the RP. It's called the A5. Right. What they're rumoring is it's going to be in the 6,000 body, but it's going to be a full frame sensor. So that's going to shut the RP down if they do it right. Which I knew Sony doesn't cripple that thing.
$1,000, bro. That's the key.
And it's going to be under 1,000. They're going to shut the RP down. Like RP is going to be no more. Like if they do that A5 right, oh man.
But Canon go probably send a firmware update to fix the RP though.
Man, they should have did it by now. Well, they're not going to do that right now because it's going to cut. If the A5 comes out and it does that, they're going to have to send a firmware update out because it's going to be no more. It's going to be done like for budget full frame because the only one out there is the RP. So they got it right when it came to that. But if the A5 comes out and Sony doesn't cripple their stuff, Sony going to give you what they're going to give you. if it comes out right with that crop sensor body with a full frame sensor, oh my god, like it's gonna be over for under 1,000, man.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. So not a lot of people talking about that. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people talking about that. So it just depends, man. It just depends, man. So I don't know. Like I said, it's hot right now, man. It's hot right now. And that ZV1, I don't. I wanna try the ZV1, but I don't want to try a ZV1 for $800. You see what I'm saying? Because you gotta look at the price point. Like, look at the price point for $800. You off the phone with them? Oh, look at the price point for $800. Like, of what you can actually get. You got a little man coming with me real fast.
A little man coming.
$800. It's good at what it does. Do not get me wrong. It is good at what it does, but okay. For $800, you don't know. Like, okay, I can get it
for what? 1,000, huh?
1,200.
That's what I'm saying.
And then talk about a used version on B&H or Adorama. You can get one under $1,000. Why in the world would I pay $800 for a ZV1? Like, that's what I'm just trying to get people to realize. Like, yeah, it's good for vlogging. Yeah, it's good for all that, but it's a 1-inch sensor. You have to feed that thing plenty of light. And this is where I was saying that it's not good for a B camera. And I still stand by that, even though I don't own it, because this is just physics when it comes to cameras. Now, easy in your lighting situation, you got tons of light. So it can probably work out for you because you got a lot of light. For someone who doesn't have any light, like for me, I don't have tons of lights in here. It will do nothing for me. That thing is made for vlogging. You have to feed a 1-inch sensor. You have to feed that. Yeah, so I'm like, it's good for, I would get it for a stream cam because I got this Elgato key light. I can probably feed the light in here for it, but for it to be somebody's main camera to shoot their YouTube with, I think you have to have all of your other supporting elements to camera-ism together. You see what I'm saying? In order to make that work. So, but for me, I feel like it should have been, I don't know. 800, I feel like it's a little stretch when you're talking about going to get a used.
I think it would have been fine. $599.
Exactly. Like everybody's saying, the autofocus is good. Autofocus is plenty good on a whole bunch of other cameras. It's no different than any other camera out there that has great autofocus. You see what I'm saying? So, and yeah, it has the flip out screen. The product showcase, that really doesn't matter on the grand scheme of things when you get something that has great autofocus. So I don't hate on the camera. I just feel like for 800, you can open your range up to so much more. When you get that ZV1, you're stuck with that focal length. And to me, 24 millimeters is too tight to be a vlogging. You can do it, but that's too tight for a point and shoot. It should have started at 16, not 24.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
18,
so
16, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's good for what it does. But my man Sean B feel the same exact way. I just could not pay 800. I can go get a used XT3 for $800, and I have so much more. You see what I'm saying? So, but
when you said 800, they got a lot of cameras out there for 800, man.
You can get some mess for. So I got to tell you, just wait. You can get a lot of stuff for 800. You see what I'm saying?
That's a lot of cameras out there for 800. So yeah.
So I don't know, but it's good for what it is. And I know they got it on 750. 700, 750, that's a good price. I feel like when you put the 800 on it, I'm like, even how $50 will make you all the difference. You see what I'm saying? But for me, I just feel like there's better options, man. And I know it does everything well. And I'm so tempted to get one and try out at like Best Buy because I'm that elite. I got like 60 days to return it. So I'm so tempted to get one just to try it out. But I'm like, just so I can see for myself. I could be completely wrong. You know what I mean?
But you just still got like 20% restocking fee or something.
You ain't lying. They bust you across the head.
Yeah,
they bust you clean across the head. 15% or 20, like $200 some dollars, depending on what you get.
20% restocking fee. So you're gonna lose out on at least
$80. Man, more than that, it depends on how much it costs. So I'm like, man, the ZV1 is cool. It's cool, but for me, the ZV1 doesn't do anything. You see what I'm saying? Like, for what I do and how I shoot my videos, the ZV1 can do nothing for me. You know what I mean? So besides being a vlog lens. So if I go out, but I can take my real camera. I can vlog on that. You know what I mean? So, it's subjective. People,
So
I
you
know
think
Jay loves it. You know what I mean?
So you think the camera that you got right there with what you call F log and
Yeah.
With the Ninja V, you good with that one? Or would you think you gonna hold on to that one?
I've only shot 2 videos on it. So far, I'm very impressed.
It look
Now,
good.
I like it. I like it, man. And the only thing, and the reason why I'm adamant about keeping it is because Fuji is the best with updates. They're like the iPhone of updates. They kick out updates. So they've had one update, and everybody is just like, oh no, you never judge a Fuji by the first month or so. Just wait, because they are going to give you a guaranteed update to fix whatever's wrong with it. So the IBIS it's good, but it can get fixed. And then the autofocus is good, but it can get a little bit better. But the autofocus for what I do is perfectly fine. You know what I mean? I'm not out here shooting music videos. I don't have to be fast-paced, blase, all that. No, I'm good, but it's good enough for what I needed to do. So right now, I like the Fuji, man. I still got to get used to it. I'm gonna take it on a vlog. I'm gonna do like a vlog with it. But I need to get a vlogging lens. I'm not gonna vlog with this 1835.
Oh no,
there's no way I'm gonna do that.
Lens is too heavy, man.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do that. But I am. They got a 10 to 24, but I can use any Canon EF glass because that adapter is EF, so I can use anything out there from Canon. So I just gotta just look and see what I want to use. You know what I mean? So
right,
that's just the thing about that. But I like it so far. It's different and it has everything. It's not missing nothing that it's not like, oh, I wish it had that. No, it has everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has everything. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I like it. With the articulating screen, is just icing on the cake. So
right,
I'm looking at myself right now, I autofocus and just stuck right there.
Right. Shoot, but man, we got to get out of here, man. It's us.
Yeah.
2 hours. Oh, woo.
Yeah, you know how camera go. When I saw you, I just came in. I said I was just Friday. Usually that's what I do. Like I sit down and I start drinking. So I was like, man, let me.
I haven't started. I'm on water right now. I'm like, I'm thirsty.
That's just my first beer. And me and my girl came out from Home Depot. We literally just walked in the house, and she was on Zoom with her homegirls. And I said, well, let me see who live so I can just listen in. And I just put it in my. I want to clean the dishes, and I usually put you on wine. I put it y'all in the ear, and I just listen. And then I was like, he talking cameras. Let me hop on real quick because this is my first time streaming with the camera. I haven't streamed with it yet, so this is my first time.
Good,
so
man.
Like, all right, cool.
Look good.
I appreciate it. And it's just plugged into USB-C. That's what I like about it also. You can just plug it into USB-C. You don't got to have no dumber battery or nothing.
Dang.
This thing got up to 45-watt USB fast charging. So mine is just simply, I'm using the iPhone USB charger to power it right now. So
dang, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Woo, but man, T, I appreciate you coming.
No doubt, man. I had to hop on for a second. I'm about to get out of here and really get to drinking and enjoying my Friday night now. Little man about to get to sleep.
Out of myself.
Yeah, I'm about to get in here and get a good shower and drink. And I'm gonna go holler at Viper. I see Viper got that 24 mil looking crispy on his stream.
I know.
Ooh. I gotta go over there and holler at him and be like, yo, what is I'm about to just comment over there. And
he live?
Yeah, he live right now Friday Night Vibe. So I'm about to go over there and comment on it because he looking crazy
all right
now.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We're gonna get out of here though, man. I'll holler at you though, easy dog.
All right,
man.
Later. Woo, that's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, we gonna get on out of here. I really do appreciate everybody that came through. I usually don't live stream on a Friday, but boy, I'll tell you what, I did. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Just having some fun. I appreciate everybody come. I dropped the video earlier today. Go check it out. Shout out to everybody, all the members. Thank y'all very much, man. I really appreciate y'all coming through. All the comments. Woo! This your boy Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. Thank y'all very much. See y'all. Peace. I gotta do my outro. Gotta do my outro. Later.